Hello everyone, Noto Addiction here, coming to you with another video. And in this video, we're going to discuss my gambling addiction, isolation after a big loss. If you're new here or you already been here, go ahead and click that like button, go ahead and comment, go and subscribe, and click that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I drop a video. And without further ado, let's go on and get into this topic and let's discuss this and let's talk about this together. Hopefully this resonates with you and hopefully this can help you out in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So, we all know us as gamblers, once we have a big loss, it seems like we go into this big, deep place that we just don't want to be bothered by anybody. And we isolate after we have a big loss. We go into isolation. Sometimes it's like a psychological and physical isolation that a lot of people don't talk about. But the thing is, that could be one of the most dangerous things you can do having this type of addiction. Simply because like that's whenever you have a real big loss, that's when those thoughts start going through your head, like thoughts that shouldn't be going through your head. And we know what you're talking about. You already know what I'm talking about. It can be from 1 to 5 in terms of severity, but we all know what the ultimate price could be. So that is very dangerous part of that. But the thing is, isolation can happen when you get mad and big losses. Even me, when I had big losses, I didn't want to talk to anybody. Once I lost everything, when I lost all my money, I was like, I didn't want to talk to nobody. Nobody could say nothing to me. Nobody. I didn't want to go hang out no more. None of that. I ain't got money to hang out no more. I don't want to talk to nobody at all. I would blame it on other people, go off on people from time to time. It's been the friends. I've lost friends from isolation after a big loss. Because I'll isolate myself from them and go off on them in order to isolate myself from them. So, say for instance, I would have made plans earlier that day, saying, "Okay, we're gonna go out tonight. We're gonna turn up. We're gonna turn up. We're gonna be okay. We gonna wild out. Hey, yeah. Go out party, right? Go out to the game room, lose the money, and then now all of a sudden I don't have anything to go out with. So now when they call me, I'm going off. I ain't going out. No, I ain't going over. Man, what happened to you earlier, man? I just don't want to go. I don't want to talk about it. You see what I'm saying? That's what it turns you. It turns you into somebody that you necessarily don't want to be. It turns you against other people. And the thing is, it wasn't their fault that I went up there and lost my money. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't their fault that I made that decision. But the thing is, to a gambler, that doesn't make a difference. All you notice is the big loss that you had. That's all you care about at that moment in time. That's all you care about. So everything else besides that just doesn't matter. Everything else just seems so minute. Even the important things in life seem so minute. Within that moment, when you've lost that, and took that big loss at whatever casino or whatever, that just you could automatically isolate yourself. Automatically isolate yourself. For a lot of people that might know what I'm talking about, true gambling addicts, but I'm not trying to say like anybody's like exempt from this, but I'm just saying like if you truly struggle with this addiction, you know what I'm talking about. Especially if you've been really deep in, really have real big loss that was like detrimental to life, that are like catastrophic proportions almost in your situation. Catastrophic to one may be different to another. Catastrophic for this one person might be a car payment. Catastrophic to this other person might be a house. Catastrophic in this might to one person could be just a paycheck. Whatever it is, catastrophic to you in your situation, you know what I mean. Something that you needed. And when you suffer that big loss, you want to go isolation because of the embarrassment of the embarrassment of the situation. Two, you like, I don't want to accept this, but you don't want anybody else to know as well. So you isolate out of anger and out of embarrassment. So out of those two things, you isolate, which is a very dangerous thing to do because when you're by yourself now, it's like you're left to your own devices, which is never a good thing when you're in that frame of mind after a big loss from a gambling addiction. No, because a lot of people aren't strong enough to take that on, and depending on how many strikes it is, because it is a striking system, it goes further and further. Like the more and more, some people get started, and one another dangerous thing too is some people start getting numb to big losses. Like when they get big losses, they'll get mad for a little bit, but then go back and get going back. That was somewhat like me, but I ended up perpetually, I started getting numb to the big losses and just started letting them go by the wayside and start another bet like it's a new day, like I'm not already thousands in the hole. That's very dangerous too. Very dangerous to keep going with this because the more you go, the more you lose. But at the end of the day, you'll never ever get it back. So you never get it all back. But isolation will cause you to just sit there and think about what you've done and ponder on it and dwell in it. When you're dwelling in something like in your sorrow, you're dwelling in your embarrassment, you're dwelling in anger because of what you've done right then and there, and then even to compound it even more, you can't talk to anybody else about what you done because you're going to be afraid of the judgment from them. So which dubs the isolation right there because you don't want nobody else to know that, oh, I've done that. But a lot of people don't know how serious a gambling addiction is and how fast you can lose a lot of your money. So they wouldn't understand it, and they'll look at you like you stupid, and you feel like you can't go to anybody else because they don't understand the power of this addiction. Because when somebody hear addiction, they don't think gambling or nothing like that. They think drugs, they think alcohol, they think other stuff like that. They never think of gambling casinos as a real like crippling prison of an addiction that it is. They never think of it like that. So they will never understand that you've lost your rent money, or you lost how you lost this money, or you lost your kids' Christmas money, or whatever behind the slots, or whatever whatever your poison is, blackjack or whatever. They won't understand that. So that is the isolation of a big loss of my gambling addiction and a lot of gambling addictions of a lot of people out there. But anyway, it's no addiction here. Coming to you with another video. If this video resonates with you in any shape, form, or fashion, if this has helped you in any sort of way, and you like the way this discussion has gone in this video, click that like button, go ahead and comment on the subscribe, click that notification, leave a comment, and maybe tell us something, give us some of your feedback. We're all here to share, we're all here to listen, and this is a place where we can all come together and talk about our problems or whatever we've experienced due to this subject matter. And remember, a gambler never wins until they quit. I'm out. I'm all out of favors. Don't ask for nothing, had enough. They driving me crazy. And all I did was show them love. They turning to haters. As soon as I would tell them no, don't ask for nothing, had enough. And all I did was show them love. I did so much stuff for some people, they came up and now they never will admit it. They took all advantage of me.